everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, you know? So for starters, number one, the fact that it's not even promised, right? Those 24 hours in a day are not even promised to us. So the fact that we're alive, that we woke up and that we're alive and that we're afforded those 24 hours is a blessing, you know? So that's already us winning. That's number one. Number two, it's all about how you manage the time. Insert your favorite comedian, insert your favorite artist, insert your favorite rapper, insert whoever it is that motivates or influences you, right? Everybody, dog, has the same 24 hours in a day. So it's all about how you manage those times, you know? So everybody has duties, everybody has responsibilities and a background and a come up story. And I'm not over here trying to sell you guys on, you know, why I'm complaining about this and that or why this is hard or nothing like that, because everybody has a story, right? What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Hypocritical AF podcast. I am your host, Albert Fig, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for streaming. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching and taking the time out of your day to come over here and tap in with me. I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me, and thank you so much. But also, let's be honest, you more than likely weren't doing anything, okay? Let's be honest. More than likely, if you made your way here, you weren't doing anything. You were scrolling through Instagram, hitting the like button, on TikTok, following hashtags. Matter of fact, you were on TikTok watching things like I learned this on TikTok. You were on TikTok watching things that someone sent you to check out because they saw it on TikTok. Let's be honest. I'm just kidding. I know y'all are busy. Everybody got lives, and thank you for tuning in. If you don't know, my name is Albert Fig, and I'm the host of the Hypocritical AF podcast. You see the sign. Maybe you don't see the sign, but it's behind my head. Do I need to upgrade it? Most definitely. It's almost 2 years in, and I definitely need some type of neon sign. Anyway, thank you guys. I'm back with another week. Let me tell you, I poured myself up. You know when people say, like, I'll just take one glass. No. This isn't just one glass. This is like literally one full glass of wine. Pinot Gris. Sipping on some Pinot. Specifically, Pinot. And I say that because I'm not a big Pinot guy. Normally, I'm not even a white wine type of guy, to be honest. My preference is red wines. Red wines are my things. I like red blends. I like Malbecs. I like Merlots. I don't like sweet wines. I like dark, bold, kind of starchy. Yeah, like that type of, wines. And it's kind of weird too because I'm like that with my coffee too. Like I don't like sweet coffee. I don't like the lighter the coffee, the less I like it. The more light brown it goes to, the less I'm gonna enjoy it. I like my coffees bold. I like my coffees dark. I like it robust. Hey, yo, hold up. I like my coffees to have like coffee beans flavor. Like I want to taste it. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with my red wines. Like I like to enjoy, and I like to know what I'm gonna be drinking and what red wines I'm gonna have. You know what I mean? So I switched it up. And damn it, did I need this one? Let me tell you. Okay. Before I actually start talking about all the, important, crazy stuff that I want to get into and everything, let me first start by saying we're just explaining my whole day. So trip out, okay? I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I woke up to stage this realistically. I had to stage this and get it ready. I was going to record initially right away when I woke up because I only have a certain amount of window to do everything because I'm so freaking busy, or I'm either doing something or I'm either having to adjust to stuff, or I'm just being a dad, to be honest. I just have to take care of my son, So I was staging everything, was going to record, but I didn't want to rush it. And I only had like a 30-minute window. I was like, I don't want to do another short one because I know last week's was like 28 minutes, I think. And I was like, okay, I'll just stage it to get everything ready for tonight. So I woke up at 4:30. I made my way to the Bay Area. I was in Redwood City. I was in Redwood City. Then I was in Daly City. And then I was in San Francisco. And then I was home. Right. So I didn't get home until about like right at 4 p.m. I think. I go home at 4 p.m. Literally came home just to like chill for a bit. And, essentially switch roles and relieve duty. You know what I'm saying? Relieve the duty, and I had to basically switch with baby mamas. You know what I mean? Give her no. I don't mean like that, like plural. I don't. I only have one. I don't. There's no plurals like that. I don't mean it with the S or the Z. I mean it just like I had to switch. You know what I mean? I had to switch with the baby moms, and I had to, you know, relief for duty essentially. You know, so that way she can go to work because she has work. She works nights now. So I was doing that. I had the baby with me. I was, you know, just kind of doing our little fun time where we just like hang out. Cause I noticed too, like, again, if, I mean, not even again, but if you're a parent, you know how much I talk about dad stuff on this shit, but I feel like it's important to get that interaction, that one-on-one interaction with your child. And when I mean, or what I say by, you know, that one-on-one interaction, I mean that like, it's like literally getting the one-on-one interaction, meaning like, it's you and your baby, and it's no cell phones. It's no, you know, it's like you're not watching anything on the TV that's going to be crazy distracting. You're kind of taking the baby away from all that and just kind of like playing and getting down there and rolling around and wrestling and chasing, you know, just getting that stuff out the way. And then I had to run a few errands, you know what I'm saying? So I had to pack up little man, had to get him ready, had to get myself ready. We ran a few errands around the city, you know, small things, nothing crazy, a few stores here and there, pick up a few things, you know, simple shit, you know, stuff like that. Then I had to come home, rush home, and then I still had to make little man's dinner. I still had to make myself dinner, you know, so came home, put the stuff away, chilled with him some more, made dinner, fed him, fed myself. Then I had to get him ready to take a bath because he hasn't taken a bath the last 2 days. So I was like, okay, it's bath time, you know, and he enjoys bath times and it tires him out. So, you know, it's like a win-win type of thing. And we try to keep everything like on schedule. So after bath, you know, got the bath time ready, got the bubbles, got the bath going, playing the music, doing the, you know what I mean, the little thing. And little man just wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't feeling it. Just started throwing a little fit. He got upset because I washed his hair. He didn't wash his hair like in 3 days. So I was like, I'm gonna wash hair. He got upset because I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? Wash his hair and then pour the water over it, you know, to essentially clear off the soap and everything. And little man just wasn't having it. And I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what is, you know what I mean? Doing the whole, like throwing the whole fit like a 2-year-old. You know, the terrible twos, what they say about that? Like straight up throwing the fit, you know, that 2-year-old fit. And I'm like, bruh, it's 9:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 9:30 p.m. And he's over here throwing a fit like that. I'm like, bruh, you know? And so for those that you know, listening just like that, 9:30 is late. And I'm like, I know. Trust me, 9:30 is most definitely late. But that's kind of like the schedule that he's kind of like, schedule. I mean, I don't even know if it's for sure that you would say, but essentially, like, that's like the sleep schedule. And I know, like, I have friends of mine that, like, you know, that their child sleeps way earlier than that, like 7 p.m. They're already out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, that would be ideal. That would be a preference for sure. But this kid's like a ball of energy, bro, and it's like, it's not, the 7 p.m. is like not even doable. Like, he's running around like rapidly watching his stuff, and then maybe like still snacking on stuff and picking at food at 7 p.m. So that is not doable. I have no idea why. Maybe just because, like I said, he has a freaking energy like mine, you know, minimal sleep, and it's just like, I'll go. And I'm like, okay, maybe, all right, yeah, I can see it. Maybe he is my son, you know, not maybe he is my son. So he was just on that, just throwing a little fit. I'm like, what the hell's going on, you know? And I'm trying to talk to him, and he's just not having it. He's doing the thing where he's like, they, you know, when the kids get upset and they start to like throw themselves back. He was doing that. Normally he does that outside right here, like no problem, you know. But he's trying to do that in the water. I'm like, bro, you're gonna drown yourself. Like, you can't just do that. You can't just throw yourself back. You're not a fucking dolphin, you know. What are we doing? You're not a seal. What are we doing? So I'm just like going back and forth with them, and I'm like, all right, that's it. Like, let's just get out. You know what I'm saying? Had it, took him out. pampering him, the lotion. And it's an interesting thing. Interesting thing too is that, like, for whatever reason, kids, I feel like, and maybe I'm not 100% accurate with this, and y'all let me know if I'm off on this, but I feel like these kids, they can like sense it in you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're upset, or sense it in you when you're just like not having it, or you're just not in the mood, because my demeanor definitely did change. I was being like happy and smiling with him and everything. And then when he was throwing the fin, I didn't understand why. And he just was making the bath time difficult, which is what normally is a good time. And I was just kind of like a little like frustrated with him, because he was doing all that, like the splashing of the water and getting all over the ground. I'm like, what are you doing, And so I was still, pampering him, doing everything as I should. But I definitely didn't have I didn't have a smile on my face when I was doing it. I was just kind of, doing it, and then just as a straight face, just getting it done and everything. Because it's also at this point, mind you, it's 9:45 p.m., my guy. 9:45 p.m. And I know that I still have to record. So I'm just like, dude, you're killing it for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta have this energy. So then I noticed, and this is what I'm saying, it's interesting that, that they can get like this, is that once I notice it, and once I see that he sees it, he starts to be more like, what's the word I'm looking for? I noticed that he essentially switched up a little bit and was just getting more clingy. Like he just wanted to be near me. He just wanted to put his head on my chest. He was just kind of like changing it up and then trying to make me laugh. Like he would go underneath, like looking up at me like that, and just like smiling, trying to do the things to like, knock me off and everything. And I was like, come on, man, So I wasn't like harboring any hatred towards him, obviously, but it was just like, all right, we're good. But it was just in that moment, in that 15-minute span, I was just kind of over his shit, So we have a routine when we put him to bed, so we pamper him, get him ready. We let him know, like, hey, it's time to go to bed, let's go to your room and everything. But before I did that, I took him to go brush his teeth, because I didn't know if he had brushed his teeth this morning or not. So I was like, all right, let's go brush your teeth. Went. And this, again, it goes back to how I feel like they know and they sense it, because sometimes when it comes time to brush his teeth, he doesn't let me do it like 100% accurate. He doesn't let me do it fully like how we should and everything. He's a lot more like, he'll open his mouth some, but he's like spitting some, or he's just kind of like doing it barely, and he's just really like swallowing the freaking the kid's safe toothpaste. Is not it's not the teeth whitening or charcoal one. It's like a kid's one, obviously. And he's actually like letting me brush his teeth better, and he's actually letting me, do the circles and the scrubs and ups and downs and, the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, we get done with that. We take him to his room. I take him to his room. And then what we do is we read him books every single night. We read him the same books. We have like 4 or 5 books that were given to us, as gifts, baby shower, birthday. Gil and Olivia gave us books. And so we have those there, So I read him the books, of like 3 books, and it's just getting him to essentially just calm down. He's in his little crib. And then it's bedtime. It's 10 o'clock. I look at it, I check it. It's like, it's 10 p.m. Turn off the lights, put his nightlight on. I'm like, all right, definitely bedtime. He's in his crib. I put the little rail up, and he already knows what's up. I'm rubbing his stomach. I'm saying goodnight to him. I'm tapping his stomach till I see his eyes are getting like drowsy and everything. And I'm like, all right, I tell him, no, it's funny because what I do is I grab his elephant and I say, goodnight, elephant. And I give the elephant a kiss and I say goodnight. And then he follows suit. And that's what he also does too. He grabs that same elephant. He says, goodnight, elephant. And then he brings it up to his mouth and he makes like a little, like a little kissing sound. And he essentially kisses the elephant, what he tries to. And then I say goodnight to him. I give him a kiss and I tell him I love him. I say goodnight. And then I rub him just a little bit more. I tap him to where he gets like cozy. And then I slowly inch my way out. Goodnight, So that's like the process when it comes to putting him to bed. So once I get that done, then I go and do my thing. It's like I put all the stuff away. I pack my lunch, get the shit ready. I wash my face, and then I come in here to I take off, and get like kind of my mind say my mind. What did I say? Straight. I just essentially just trying to get my mind state right. That's what I was trying to say. My mind state. And then I go over what I'm going to be, talking about and everything. And then I'm here. I end up here. So I'm recording. And then again, because of that long ass day, right now, it is no joke. It is 11:15 p.m. Okay. Again, I woke up at 4:30 this morning. It's 11:30 p.m. I have to get up early tomorrow too. But I got to knock out this episode. And that's why you see this exaggerated glass of wine. And I just, shot. I mean, liquor was it. I wasn't really feeling the liquor, and I'm not feeling the beer at the moment. And I was just like, I'll just get this Pinot Gris. I'll just get this Pinot, so it's definitely well earned. But that was my whole night, my whole prep to get here. Wasted basically 20 minutes complaining, and I understand that. And thank you for tuning in and, tapping in with me on this one. But so let's go over this past weekend. So this past weekend was pretty cool, man. It was really fun. I had my sister come up, her boyfriend, my nephew. They came up to Sacramento. They come up to visit. And, anytime I have family members of mine that come up to visit, I always appreciate it because we don't get a lot of, I would say, but family time in general is kind of like not as much as, I think all of us would like. But I also don't get a lot of visitors that come up to visit because, and I get it. It's a bit of a mob, and it's a bit of a drive coming all the way from like, the San Lucas, King City area all the way to Sacramento. So, those times come few and far between when it comes to like family. So I was excited for them to come up. We kicked it. It wasn't the longest, because they didn't get here till Saturday afternoon, unfortunately, and left Sunday afternoon. So I would say they were here right at the 24-hour mark, or maybe 25 hours, one full day, So we were trying to squeeze in as much things as we can. And timing wise too, it's like you try to do all this at the, without rushing, but some people might be tired. We're not exactly 21 anymore. So we don't have that energy to stay up till freaking 3 a.m. and then wake up at 6, And then on top of that, you incorporate the fact that we're parents. So there's kids involved too. So it was like, we can't go clubbing. You can't come over here and be like, oh, let's go clubbing, or hey, let's go bar hopping, because we have kids that we have to take care of. So that limits it as well. And then when you incorporate like work schedules and just on top of all that, then it's fucking, it's mid-August in Sacramento. And I tell people all the time, especially when they're coming up from, the Monterey County to come visit, I tell them all the time, Sacramento heat is different from what you're accustomed to over there. There is no breeze. You don't get the Santa Cruz, Salinas, Monterey, San Francisco breeze that you would get from the ocean being right there. You don't get that. So this dry heat, bruh, stays fucking hot until about 8 p.m. when it starts to finally cool down. And even then, it's not fully cooled down. The temperature just decreased, but it's still hot. It's still like hot air, but that you take it, you'll take it as a breeze. It's one of those things, so triple digits heat on top of all that. And, it's tough to even be outside in triple digits heat. Now incorporate having kids, and trying to do stuff and plan stuff around that when it's triple digit heat. Shit ain't cool, fam. This shit ain't cool. Sacramento, August, not the biz. When does, and you know what? I looked this up too specifically for this. I wanted to look up exactly. When I say like I've been annoyed with the heat already. I mean, in general, I'm not a big summertime guy anyway. I'm more of a fall and winter type of person. Summer and watch. So that's me personally. So I've been waiting for summer to end since the first day, since day one, whenever that is, June, July. I want to say it's June 21st. What am I? Come on now. Shouts out to Olivia. And so as soon as summer comes around, I'm like, I'm over summer. That's just me in general. So I took the liberty to look up when summer ends. September 22nd. So we're basically a little over a month away. Still have some time to go. And it's triple digits all week. Like literally all week. What's going on? Triple digits heat all week. Bruh, give us a break. Has there ever been a time? I mean, not that I can recall, but has there ever been a time where it rained midsummer? Like when it rained? Because that would be cool. And I'm not talking about like, oh, like a sprinkle here, or you know what I'm saying, like you had some drizzle, you know what I mean? Some sprinkling bangs. I'm talking about like some rain. Not that I can think of. But that's definitely needed. You know how like this is around this time frame, but specifically I would say July. That's when you start to drive around and you start to see the signs. You know what I'm saying? Extreme drought, limit water, extreme drought, minimize water usage. When you start seeing that shit, it's like, yeah, summer is definitely here. You know, it's that type of thing. But so when it's triple digits like that, it just makes things a little bit more difficult. But you know, we were still able to kick in and do things. And you know, we hit up downtown. We went to Chando's. We stopped by very briefly. Podcast alum and one of my friends, Sammy. She works at she's a hairstylist, and she cuts hair at the AU salon in downtown Sacramento off of 9th Street. And they were doing like a showcasing, like an art showcasing that I got an invite for, but I was like, oh, dope, we'll definitely go. We'll definitely be there. Then I had my family come over, you know, and it was like, all right, so we can squeeze it in, and we're already downtown anyway, and it's like we can go. So my plan initially was to go there, support, obviously, go say what's up, and to go see the art and go, you know, to go see the displays. But again, when it comes to kids, you're kind of going around their schedule. When little man goes to sleep, he's knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So when there's like a live DJ and all this stuff going on right there, it's like, bro, homie's out. I'm not trying to wake his ass up. You know? And then we had some issues with the windows going down. I mean, not going down, and you know, the window regulator and motor basically going out, which I need to replace. Side note on that. But it was cool. We stopped by real quick. And just to see the spot and the showcasing, I'm a big fan of seeing stuff like that, like seeing things go from a beginning to a middle to where they're at now, the progression of it, you know, i.e. Jeffrey's Barbershop, because, you know, being a part of the initial, before any, you know, physical stuff had been done to it, to see it now, it's the progression that I like to enjoy and watch and be a part of. And the same thing with the salon. You know, we were able to do some electrical work for that, and seeing it grow, and also being, you know, not secluded to just the salon, or like if Jeffrey's situation, not being secluded to just the barbershop. Like there's, you know, they were just got done doing photo shoots. Sorry, it's the white wine, I promise. Photo shoots, video shoots, music videos and stuff like that at the barbershop, and then at the salon, for them to be, you know, doing an art showcasing and having an artist display the work that they were doing or that they've done. And then there's a live DJ, there's drinks flowing, so it's like a mix and mingle at the same time, and or a mixer, as they would say. So to see that type of stuff going down, I definitely enjoy, because it's not only is it cool to watch, but it also brightens your horizons and opens up like my personal eyes, I guess my creative eyes, and it was like, okay, I would definitely like to emulate this and do something like this, maybe at a different level or at a different location, but also understanding like how would I incorporate that, because I don't exactly have, you know, those resources, but you kind of create those resources, but you don't have the location. But do you have the location if you make the, you know, just those are the type of things that play into my mind every time I go to those type of things. So it was a good thing to see, you know. So shouts out to AU Salon downtown, like I said, downtown Sacramento, 19th Street, specifically by Golden Road. So go check them out. Yeah, so it was there was that. And then Sunday, again, triple digits, 100. But it was, you know, I woke up, all of us were here, I made breakfast, and then I was saving my personal appetite for brunch. You know what I mean? I wanted to go get some lunch. My sister, unfortunately, started to feel a little ill, not like hungover, like, damn, y'all was just taking 36 shots of tequila. Nope, nothing like that. She just was having some, back problems and feeling a little uneasy from the stomach. And this was also, again, nothing hangover related, because she was already feeling like that prior to coming. So it was on the border whether or not she was going to end up coming, but she ended up, champing it out all the way to the end. So it was only a few hours on Sunday, still grubbed, still kicked it. And I just appreciate that. I appreciate anytime my family comes up, or any family in general, whether it be Lily's as well, like, come up and kick it. And it's always a good thing. So that's just kind of, like I said, recapping last weekend, what today was all about, why I'm, drinking a full bottle. I mean, not even a bottle, sorry, a full glass of white wine at freaking damn near 11:30 p.m. I mean, just a lot, But moving on for that, so last week's episode, I always like, anytime I do solo ones, I like to recap the previous one, or the last two, or always going over the previous ones in general, just to kind of highlight them, give some behind the scene notes if I can, and just recap a few things. But in this instance, it was a solo one. But I can explain why this. I mean, normally the solo ones are short in general, but this one was like a little bit more shorter than in the past. And the reason that is because I had, like, literally a 30-minute window. When I say literally, I mean, like, dude, like, I had a 30-minute window to knock out an episode really quick, because of my work schedule, because parenting, because work schedule. I'm not even saying my schedule. I would say work schedules, parenting, the family time, on the upcoming family time, the heat plays a factor in this. Other people have other lives, and 30-minute window, because it was like I had to relieve duty. I know I've said that earlier in the episode, but it's like I literally have to do it. We have to switch. I work, Lily works, and there's we have to take care of the baby in between. So it was like I had a 30-minute window, and it was like I gotta knock this out, and it was quick. But in those two, there's always something in those episodes, even in the solo ones too. I'm somewhere in between. Some of them I'm rambling, some of them I'm recapping stuff, and some of them I'm just like getting stuff off my chest, blah blah blah, or whoop de whoop, or blah blah blah, whichever one you prefer. But even in those two, there's always something that you can, like, pick apart, you can grasp, or you can take with you, that you can either learn or grow from. In that, I had said why I'm rushing it already, and I also try to recap the last episodes. So in that too, I kind of talk about how some of them came about to be, and what it meant and stuff like that. So last week's one is so here's something, essentially what I'm trying to say is, here's something you can pick from it, is that we all have, like, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, So for starters, number one, the fact that it's not even promised, right? Those 24 hours in a day are not even promised to us. So the fact that we're alive, that we woke up and that we're alive and that we're afforded those 24 hours is a blessing, So that's already us winning. That's number one. Number two, it's all about how you manage the time. So everybody, insert your favorite comedian, insert your favorite artist, insert your favorite rapper, insert whoever it is that motivates or influences you, right? Everybody, dog, has the same 24 hours in a day. So it's all about how you manage those times, So everybody has duties, everybody has responsibilities, and a background and a come up story. And I'm not over here trying to sell you guys on, why I'm complaining about this and that, or why this is hard, or nothing like that, because everybody has a story, right? Anybody who's successful has a story and can tell you about, their come up and everything. So, and nobody wants to hear that stuff. Like, we all have stories for it, And Well, I would say, but we all have the same 24 hours. So it's about how you manage them, right? So again, at the beginning of the episode, I just detailed and described my entire day, but yet I'm still here right now. The day's almost over as far as, the what is this? The day that I'm recording this, it's almost over. But I still made the time to do this, right? Same thing with the solo one last week. I was busy, dog, like straight up busy. But even if it was 30 minutes, I'm going to take those 30 minutes and I'm going to still execute an episode for the weekend. For the week. Same thing with this. It is late. I am tired. My voice is hoarse. I'm sipping white wine that's also getting me more tired. That's also starting to slur my words, you know what I mean? Because I'm tired. But I'm still here. And the thing that I would like for you guys to take away from it is use your time wisely. We're all afforded this time. So if we are fortunate enough, or if you're fortunate enough to have this time, use it wisely, like schedule things more better and also prioritize better, stay off. No, I'm not going to say stay off, but everything you see online is not real. And everything that you see online doesn't apply to you. And also everything that you see online doesn't have to hinder or affect you. Don't give it the energy to affect you. If there's a negative thing online that is bothering you, or a negative thing online that catches your attention, or a negative thing online that's going to be, bringing you down in some type of way, or a negative thing online that's being stuck and played in your head, don't let it do that. Why are you going to let that take away your energy? Why are you going to let something online or words take away from your day? Why are you going to let it take the minimal time that we have? Why are you going to let it take away from that? It doesn't make sense, right? So I know it sounds like I'm kind of like rambling or going all over the place from this one, but there's a reason why, I promise. And that is, stuff can be a lot easier if we make it that way. We don't have to complicate things in our lives. We don't have to make these scenarios. We don't have to play these things in our heads. We don't have to overthink things, and we don't have to overanalyze everything. It's very simple. Pick and choose what you want to give energy to. Pick and choose what you want to devote time to. Pick and choose what you actually want to pay attention to. I've said this plenty of times before. Energy is currency, right? Time is money. That's one of the things that you can't get back, is time. Money comes and goes. Arguments, negativity, freaking retrograde in the moon, right? All those things come and go, yo. But time is of the essence. Time we cannot get back. Time is something that should be the most valuable thing, because at any moment, our time could just end like that. So be more precious with your time. Be more precious with your energy. Be more precious with what you devote to and everything. Just, the subtle stuff like that. And I'm sure you hear this all the time. I'm sure there's a motivational, Instagram page that covers this. I'm sure your favorite influencer, artist, spirit guide, whatever, I'm sure they've, said all this. I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said already. I'm not breaking grounds here or breaking news or anything like that. It's nothing that you haven't heard already. It's just about, you actually putting your best foot forward. So that would be my advice for all that. But moving on from that, I want to talk about some music stuff. I really do. I'm a music head. I'm a music head. I'm a music head. Okay. So if I can briefly talk about some music that dropped, I would say The game's album, Dramatic. We had talked about it 2 weeks ago with Marcos Aguilar, Mark Ghost. We had talked about the anticipation of this album dropping, and it finally did. August 12th on Friday, August 12th, the game dropped, Drillmatic. 30 tracks, yo. Off tops, I'm not gonna lie, 30 tracks. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't know if this is like a new trend, because it wasn't like this is the first time, something like this has been going on as far as tracks, that length of it, i.e. Kendrick Lamar, two part, I want to say it's like 18 tracks. I get it's not 30, but still 18 tracks. Drake's, Scorpio was like long as fuck. What is the other one? Was CLB that long? I can't remember if it was that long, but it seems like there's like a new trend coming back for longer albums. But it's interesting too, because I've noticed that the albums are getting longer, but the songs themselves are getting shorter. Like I remember a track being the same thing, 3 verse, 2 hook or something like that, Now you might have a song that has the same hook 4 times and only 2 verses. And now you might have something that's like, bro, there's songs going on right now that are 2 minutes long. And some people say those are too long, 2 minutes, because of our attention span. That's what they say, at least, I don't know. But the 30 track one, at first glance, and I've just seen it right away, I guess, I understand how some people might be put off by it or might be alarming of it. But that depends. If you're already looking at the number, you're already like failing yourself on it, because you're already giving yourself that preconceived notion that's just like, oh no, I don't, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go past that and actually listen to the album, right? So I gave it a full listen twice now, too, which is a long time. Now, granted, it's, what is it, Tuesday? The album dropped Friday, so it's been a good amount of time. But man, I gotta say, I follow a bunch of interviews. I'm a person that enjoys podcasts. I enjoy interviews and stuff like that. So I was listening to a bunch of different interviews that he was doing, and he had been saying, like this was going to be his best body of work to date, which is saying a lot, from a person who dropped an album, what was it, 2005, I want to say? 2005, you know what I mean? So obviously rapping since like 2003 or something like that, I'm sure even sooner than that, but for a person that has a catalog as long and as verified as he does, which has minimal 3 classic albums, you know what I mean? So the documentary, the Red Album, Jesus Piece, I'm just naming a few, like, well, you can consider classic pieces, you know what I mean? Classic albums. Yeah, so 1992, which is that the name? Was that the album? 1992. I don't know if that was the name of the album, but it was everything was centered around 1992. But yeah, just to have, that catalog to say like, yo, this is my best album today. And the fact that he's older, you know what I mean? 40s, I want to say. It's some people would say, past your prime. Some people would say not the same. Some people would say, oh, it's different. But that's music. I mean, that's why I say, notice I said music. I didn't just say hip hop, because it's the same thing with rap, R&B, pop, country, soul, whatever it is. Everything changes over time, and that's just, evolution. Everything changes. But in hip hop specifically, the cadence, the methods, the punchlines, the style, everything changes quick, So the fact that he's still relevant to this day, the fact that he's able to drop a project and have the build up, the anticipation, the talk the way he has been, and the fact that it's like a 30 track album says something. It says a lot. I enjoyed it. I really do believe that it is his best. Well, here's the thing. Do I think it's his best hits to date? I don't know yet. Ask me again in about a month. Do I feel like it's his best lyrically? 100%. 100% it was his best lyrical album to date. And again, that's saying a lot, but definitely his best lyrical album. I think so to date. The production on it is amazing. The features on there is amazing. His wordplay has been fucking, that one track that he has with 2 Chainz and Pusha T. I can't remember the name of it from the top of my head. The No Man's Falls. That track, I mean, amazing. All 3 of them killed it. Pusha T, The Game, 2 Chainz, killed it. And honestly, if I want to keep it 100 with you, I think 2 Chainz low key might have won away, might be the sleeper on that whole track. He went off on that, and that's like, I didn't expect that from 2 Chainz. And maybe that just says something to, you know, to the people he has on the song, because the album was, I mean, not the album, sorry, but that song was amazing, yo. So if you have a chance, go check out the album. Even if you're not a fan of The Game, but if you're a fan of hip hop, check it out. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Even if you're not a fan of hip hop and if you're not a fan of The Game, listen to a few of them, and it gives me something to talk about. So reach out to me and let me know. So there was that one. And then moving past that, stepping away from that music thing, let's talk about what's been going on in the world a little bit. And that is, do y'all know that there's still an investigation going on? Well, I would say there's still a suit. No, is it a suit? Yeah, someone's being sued. A suit going on. Basically, Vanessa Bryant is suing the county of Los Angeles, the sheriff's department, for allegedly taking photos of deceased bodies from the accident in January of 2020, the helicopter crash that killed like 7 people, or maybe more. But you know, my personal GOAT, Kobe Bryant, and his daughter, Gianna, that accident, right? So Vanessa's been in court battling everything and suing and you know, this has been an ongoing thing. We're August 2022, and this stuff is still going on. Like the court, the trial, whatever, it's still being actively pursued right now. I've been watching. Yo, have you been following up with it? Have y'all been following up with it? Because I have. It's pretty like sad, you know? It's pretty sad because if all of this is true, again, allegedly, the first responders, that include sheriffs that were there, the fire department, firefighters that were there, a few of them were like taking photos of deceased bodies, mangled bodies, burnt bodies, decapitated bodies, and took them and had them on their phone and were showing random people at a bar, were sharing them amongst their peers and like basically being like, yo, look at this photo, like, can you believe this? And you know, again, allegedly, and I don't want to get in trouble from this, but it's like supposedly like they got photos of body pieces and describing them like just pieces of meat, you know, their words, not mine. And there was even a story about one of them even showing like a random bartender at a bar, you know what I'm saying? And within the departments and shit like that. And it's like, bro, what? So she's suing them from that. But I get 100% where she's coming from. You know what I'm saying? She was saying, I mean, emotional distress, anxiety, the fact that she had asked when she first got the call for everything, the fact that she had asked, like, do not let them take any photos. And yeah, I can imagine living with that every night, not just her, but the rest of her daughters being like, yo, we don't know. These photos can get leaked. And can you imagine them seeing that shit? I can't. I personally cannot. Can you imagine if that would ever happen? You know? So 100% I agree with what she's saying and what she's suing for. And I agree, bro. Like, what? It's disgusting, you know? And I might sound biased because, you know, I have this man tatted on my back, but it's just, yeah, they they had no right, you know what I mean? And to share them and to show people. Again, if you don't know, go follow up with it, go check in with it, and let me know, comment, DM me how you feel about it. Because I think it's messed up, and she definitely has a point, and I hope that she comes out victorious and all this stuff. Anyway, yeah, gonna wrap this one up because it's damn near midnight, and I have to get up early tomorrow morning. And I could feel, when you're tired, you could feel your eyes like getting heavy, and you start to feel like some burns. That's what I feel like currently. And again, maybe it's this wine that I haven't even still finished. But even after this, when I close up and I wrap up with this, I still have some more things to do on the laptop. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all. Episode 91 wrapped up in the books. I'm not gonna lie, I might just do these last 10 solo just to kind of prove a point, but just to also be like, I get it when it's just a solo one like me right here. It's not the most entertaining. I get it. It's not the most sexy, you know what I'm saying, as far as like what's going to grasp your attention and get the most numbers and views and downloads, but I might just do it for the last home stretch because I'm getting like anxious about the 100 one. I want to see how it plays out or how I can plan for something. I'm just trying to get more attention and raise awareness. So again, if you guys can, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, show a clip to someone, post a clip on your guys' Instagram stories, post a clip on Twitter, on TikTok. Show it everybody you can, because a lot of this stuff is predicated on word of mouth. And, sometimes the light might dim, but it doesn't go away. So, yeah. Cheers. And as always, y'all stay safe. Peace.